Do you have any kids?
I don't have any kids. Hopefully.
Where do you live?
I live in Maui.
Are you an introvert or an extrovert?
In real everyday life, I am definitely an introvert, pretty shy. But when it comes to having sex or being naked, I'm definitely an extrovert. I don't know why, it just comes out of me. I become in charge.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
I generally try to stay away from fights. I've been in a couple growing up, but I'm a lover, not a fighter.
What's something you wish everyone knew about you?
That I'm a really nice guy.
Best compliment you've ever received?
I have a nice penis.
Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I do. I have an older brother and an older sister.
Do you get along with your family?
Yes, I have a great relationship with my family.
What's your favorite part of today so far?
Going for a swim in the bay earlier.
What is your biggest success up until now?
Living on my own terms and being able to do and travel wherever I want.
What is your favorite position?
Definitely missionary.
How long have you been in the business?
10, going on 11 years.
So many guys I see asking you, how can you make your dick bigger? What's the answer?
That's the question I get asked all the time. The answer is, you can't. I mean, unless you get some sort of crazy surgery, then you can't. You know, no pills work. If pills work, think about it, every guy would have a dick down to the floor.
What was your major in college?
I was a marketing major in college with a minor in economics.
How did you meet your girlfriend?
I met my girlfriend Kissa on Instagram, actually.
If someone asked you to give them a random piece of advice, what would you say?
Stop living like you live again and don't live a boring existence.
What were you like in high school?
In high school, I was definitely shy, but I was still kind of on the popular side, even though I was shy.
Do you like spicy food?
No.
How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium.
Do you have a favorite number?
As cheesy as it is, 69.
Who is your best, closest friend?
Kissa is my best, closest friend. We do everything together. It's just natural. We're together all the time, so she's my best friend.
Aww. Hi. What were your grades like in school?
I was a little below average, I would say, in the C's. Depends what subject, though.
Do you think people are basically bad or basically good?
I think most of the population is basically good.
What is your favorite website?
Synthlife.com.
Do you like to talk on the phone?
I absolutely despise talking on the phone.
What is your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday is definitely Christmas.
What question do you hate to answer?
What do you do for work?
If you're in a bad mood, what cheers you up?
Kissa cheers me up.
If you could go anywhere on earth right now, where would you go?
Bora Bora.
What would you want with you if you were stranded on a deserted island?
Puss.
Do you think that people control their own destiny?
Yes, absolutely.
Who is the best Batman?
Christian Bale by far.
If you weren't doing porn, what else would you want to be doing?
I'm really into real estate, so something in real estate or real estate development.
When choosing a third girl to bring into bed with you and Kissa, what goes into that decision?
We look for girls that definitely want to fuck us and that we get along with and that are cool.
What's it like sharing pussy with your girlfriend?
It's amazing because it's the best of both worlds. You know, you have the love of your life and you have the lust of your life for an hour. So when those two things combine, it's like the best of both worlds. So.
What are some of the ways that you establish chemistry on set with someone that you've never met before?
Well, sometimes you can bond over things on set. Like if there's a script that's kind of silly, you know, and you run through lines, you can kind of bond on that. Like, how stupid is this? Or like, wow, this is great. Or, you know, something like that. But basically when they say action, it better have chemistry.
Why did you move to Maui?
I moved to Maui because I wanted to slow down and have a better way of life. Hawaii is all about relaxation and Hawaii time. Living in LA and Vegas and being in other people's rat race, I like to say. I don't want to be a part of that. So I want to live somewhere where, you know, you can live life on your own pace, kind of by your own rules. And, you know, Hawaii is a great place for that. So that's why I moved to Maui.
Do you prefer regular or anal sex?
I prefer regular sex. I like the pussy.
How often do you shave your head?
It depends. If I'm shooting, I shave it every day. If not, every other day.
What's your favorite food? Chicken and broccoli.
What else could I say? Chicken and broccoli. I eat it every day, all day.
What happened to you wearing the bandanas?
Well, when I first got into porn, I was self-conscious about my bald head because I lost my hair when I was young, in like my mid-20s. So I got into porn in my mid to late 20s, and I was self-conscious about it. So I would wear the bandana, and it just kind of caught on. I started working, and directors liked it. So I wore it up until I couldn't really wear it for scenes anymore. Like, I had to dress up as specific roles, so I had to ditch the bandana. And then kind of once I started to not wear it, I became comfortable with it.
How did you get into the adult industry?
Well, I pursued it any way I knew how, and basically answering ads on Craigslist or other websites, and eventually it worked out.
What's the most amount of girls you fucked in one day?
Probably 5 for the orgy.
What age did you lose your virginity?
15.
And where were you?
In the woods.
Here's a question you get asked all the time. Who's your favorite girl to work with?
Well, I hate that question because you can't just name one girl. I like different vaginas on different occasions and for different things and different scenes and multiple vaginas.
What was your childhood like?
My childhood was great. I grew up in a loving home with awesome parents, and got to play outside in the woods all the time and had great friends. So a great childhood.
Considering you must have dated many girls before your porn career, what was their initial reaction to your dick size?
Well, to be honest, I really didn't know my dick was that big until I got into porn. And I don't know. I guess maybe there were a couple reactions, but I didn't think much of it.
Kim wants to know, do you get tired of answering the same questions over and over again?
Hey, Kim. Yes, but I understand that those are the questions that every guy has, and I would have it too if I wasn't in my position.
Someone wants to know if your dad's dong was just as big as yours.
Probably, and if I ever have a son, I hope his dong is as big as mine.
The quote, "Stop living like you live again," what does it mean to you?
Exactly what it says. You don't have another life, you don't live again, so you better fucking enjoy this life you have right now.
Here's a great question. Have you ever done it with a dude?
No, I've never had sex with another guy.
Have you ever kissed another guy?
No, I've never kissed another guy.
Damn. What are your favorite types of porn scenes to shoot?
Boy, girl, girls, which is basically me and 2 other girls.
What's one thing that people don't know about the behind the scenes on a porn set?
That sometimes you are there basically all day waiting around before you actually get to have sex.
How many porn scenes have you shot?
I don't really know the answer to that, but I would estimate somewhere around 2,500.
How many girls do you think you fucked?
I definitely don't know the answer to that, but I would estimate somewhere around 2,000.
I love it.
So that.
It's so hot. Are you a tits man or an ass man?
I'm more of an ass man than a tits man.
Woo, thank God. What does it feel like to know that the whole world has seen your dick?
It feels great because I'm very proud of my dick, and I think it's a great dick, so I don't mind. I like to be recognized by my dick. Like, hey, I know that dick.
I can pick your dick at it. What advice would you give a guy trying to get into porn?
If you do land a gig, you better fucking come to rock it. You better do whatever it takes to kill that first gig, or you're not going to get anything after that.
Why is it difficult for men to get into porn?
It's difficult because companies don't want to risk an entire scene on an unknown guy, a guy that might fail. So they would rather hire guys that know they can get the job done. It's a lot harder than you think. Most male talent that come in will completely fail. I always think there would and should be more guys in the business, but it's a difficult thing. It's either you can do it or you can't. So if you come in and you have the right mindset and the right attitude, you can do it. But if there's doubt in your mind, then you generally fail.
How close do the camera guys get to you when shooting?
The camera guys get all up in your shit. For POV, the camera guy is basically on your back with his arms over you like this. So you're leaning back like this, so you can't see anything. And then sometimes they'll whisper shit in your ear and they'll fuck with you. So they get close.
Why don't you allow your girlfriend to fuck other guys?
Because that's my fucking pussy.
Ready?
Am I shimmering with the sweat?
Do you do research for scenes, or do the positions just come in the moment?
I don't do any research. Sometimes the positions are planned out by you, the girl, or the director, and sometimes it's just a free-for-all, so it just comes in the moment, whatever works best.
How organized are porn sets?
These days, porn sets are very organized. It's definitely a business, and it's completely organized.
This girl wants to know, will you marry her?
How much money?
You've had a lot of jobs in porn, like a plumber, a pizza man, an astronaut. What is your favorite job to have?
My favorite job is probably... I like the pool boy job because you get to be outside, you're at the pool, sometimes you have sex in the pool, and I like pool sex. So, and the girl's in a bikini, I love girls in a bikini, so I would say pool boy.
What were 3 jobs you had before porn?
My very first job ever, I was a paper boy. My first real job, I worked at a tire shop, changing tires when I was 16, 17. And then the last job I had before I got into porn, I did promotions and hung the music and movie posters you see all over LA and big cities on the sides of walls and construction buildings.
What do you and Kissa consider cheating since you guys fuck for a living?
If one of us were to develop a relationship with someone else outside of our relationship, in secret, I guess, is what matters. If it's secret, it's cheating. If it's out in the open, we flirt with girls all the time on Twitter. Obviously, that's out in the open. You're not trying to hide anything. If you're trying to hide something, that would be cheating.
Here's a funny one. Which male porn star would you be friends with if you had to? That's a random question.
If I had to be friends with someone. I don't know, there's a lot of cool guys in porn. Oh man, I don't know. Just like girls, I don't want to name dudes either.
You know it's cute.
Kieran's cool. What up, Kieran?
What does your family think about your work?
Well, I'm sure my family wishes I was doing something else, especially when they get the question, you know, what does your son or what does your brother do for a living? But I think they're comfortable with it because I enjoy it, and you know, it's my life and I want to do it. So.
How many days a week do you work out?
Normally 5 days a week.
Has your porn style changed over the years, like your performance?
I think it has. When I first got in the business, I was kind of more of a jackhammer type guy. I would just try to fuck girls as hard as possible. And I always said, well, you might not like it, but you're definitely going to remember me.
Damn, that's hot. I just got wet.
Now I feel I'm a little more. I still like to fuck hard, but I'm a little more suave about it. I don't just pound them out.
What is your preset ritual like?
Well, I'm very routine-y, so I wake up, eat breakfast, shower, shave, get my clothes ready, get my snacks ready for the day, and I'm out the door.
What kind of music do you listen to on the way to work?
I'll listen to Howard Stern usually on the way to work.
How do you keep fucking for hours without getting tired?
Well, I'm a pleaser, so I like to please the girl. So if she's into it and wants to get fucked for that long, then I'm into it. So I want to fuck as long as possible, because when I come, it's over, you know. I like to make the girl come as many times as possible.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me.
Thank you. It's been an honor to be in this chair, being interviewed by you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, it's your office though.
Oh yeah. I really just don't have a lot going on upstairs, do I?
That's great. That's great. Oh, I love the answer. That's perfect.